Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at some vehicles from Star Wars The Force Awakens, and in today's review we are going to take a look at this one. This is of course the First Order Snowspeeder, and this is a very cool vehicle. I must admit I was a little bit hesitant about picking this one up just based on the simplicity of this design, but I would like to give a massive thanks and a shout out to the guys at staractionfigures.co.uk who just prior to Star Wars Celebration did provide this vehicle and a couple of others for a review, and thanks to them I'll be bringing you some really cool vehicle reviews very soon. Before we get into the vehicle and the review itself, I would like to give you a quick look at the packaging that it comes in. Once again, we do have the standard Force Awakens packaging design with this one. You've got Kylo Ren featured at the top there with the Force Awakens logo. As you can see, you've also got some really cool artwork on the front of the box. This vehicle does include a First Order Snowtrooper officer as well, and you'll see the window there where the figure would be featured. On the side, some more really cool artwork of the Snowtrooper, and then on the back you've got some of the features that the vehicle has, as well as a description just at the top. Now, one thing I'd like to quickly point out about this vehicle is that it is currently on sale at staractionfigures.co.uk, and as always there is a link down below in the video description where you can pick this one up at an absolutely amazing price right now. So if you've been on the fence about picking it up before, then don't hesitate and add it to your collections now, because the price on this one is to die for. So without further ado, and with packaging aside, let's take a look at the vehicle itself. Now, as I said, the simplicity of this one was putting me off a little bit before, and now that I've got it in hand, I'm still a little bit on the fence with it. I can't really make my mind up as to whether or not I like the design. To me, it just seems a little bit too simple. It feels almost too real-worldy, if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel like something from the Star Wars universe. If anything, it feels like something from G.I. Joe. But the more I look at it, the more it sits in my collection, and the more I load it up with troopers, it looks a little bit better, and I'm warming to it very slowly. I still think that the Lego version is superior, but this is still a nice vehicle. In terms of features, it doesn't come with an absolute ton, but there are a few to keep you satisfied. It does of course have landing gear featured on the bottom, which just retracts from the vehicle like so. You also got a rather large cannon just at the top there, which does of course fire a missile, and there is a button just on the top which you press and the missile goes firing out and gets lost forever. Obviously the figure is manning the cannon, as you can see, and you can remove him and the cannon to create a mobile defense post. Now if I stand the cannon in its base, as you can see, it does come away from the entire Snowspeeder vehicle, and you can stand this up on a battlefield or some type of battle scene, have this as a standalone cannon, which is really cool. Or you could even give it to your First Order Stormtrooper squad leader and make him into the heavy gunner Stormtrooper that we see in the film. So that's the cannon. The figure itself I'll give you a look at in just a minute, but in terms of other features, that's just about it. That's what I mean about the simplicity of this one. There really isn't a whole lot going on with it. Obviously you've got two seats there for a couple of drivers, you've got some controls there for the pilot, and of course another seat there for the gunner, and that's about it. Detail wise, it's just as simple as the features. You've got some nice sculpting work, but not a whole lot in terms of paint. It's just one solid silver piece. The plastic is quite lightweight, feels a little bit cheap, so by no means would I have paid the full £29.99 for this one, but as I said, this one is on discount right now at staractionfigures.co.uk at a much more easy to swallow price. So if you want to pick this one up, then now is the time to do so. As I said, in terms of features, that's just about it. So this really is more of a display piece than anything else, and again it really emphasises why I like the Lego version so much more, just because these engines on the side, they act as cannons, whereas with this it's, you know, it just doesn't really do much. It's kind of bland, but you know, it depends what floats your boat, or in this case what floats your Snowspeeder. So there you go, that is the vehicle. Some assembly is required. Obviously you've got the cannon that slots into place there at the front, it just clips in like so. You've also got some railings along the back and across the front that just need clipping into place when you open this one up. But other than that, it's a fairly easy build, and there it is, that's the Snowspeeder. So there you go. Moving on, let's take a look at the Snowtrooper Officer. This is, in my opinion at least, the highlight of the set. As you can see, he is very similar to the basic carded Snowtrooper that was included in the Force Awakens line. This time around he just features a orange shoulder pauldron. As you can see, he does come with the standard First Order blaster rifle. And the design again is very similar to the standard Snowtrooper. In terms of articulation, we do get a basic 5 POA with this one. You've got a ball joint at the head, swivels at the shoulders and swivels at the hips. The Kamer is of course solid sculpted plastic, and this does hinder a little bit of his posability, at least in terms of sitting in the Snowspeeder itself. He does have a bit of a wide stance to his legs, which just prevents him from sitting comfortably in the Snowspeeder. He does get in there with some force, no pun intended, but you know, it is a little bit tricky. He does differ slightly to the standard Snowtrooper in the sense that you'll see this text on the chest there, which you can see if I adjust the figure at an angle. You'll see he's got this text on his chest there. The standard Trooper also has this, but as you can see it's much smaller and is also painted in a darker colour, whereas with this one it's much lighter and also a lot larger. And it would appear that this is the figure that is also included in the Snap Wexley and Snowtrooper Officer 2 pack, which I'll be giving you a look at soon. So those are the differences between the troopers. Other than that, exactly the same, but nice to have in the collection nonetheless. Snowtroopers from the First Order look very cool, and with that simple yet intimidating helmet, they look very menacing as well. So again, a really nice addition to the collection. All in all, this is a decent vehicle. I'll be back in my next review to give you a look at another vehicle from the Force Awakens line, and in my opinion that's a much better one. But for what it's worth, you know, this one is decent. It's not fantastic, it's not groundbreaking, but if you're looking for something just to bulk out your First Order ranks, and obviously you're wanting to add a few more Snowtroopers to your collection, this is a must-have vehicle, and I'd go as far to say that I recommend it. You know, not at full price, don't get me wrong. $29.99 for this is an absolute sting. I would feel incredibly ripped off if I'd paid full price for this one. But again, it's on discount, so check it out, and be sure to hit the link in the video description if you want to purchase this one quite a significant bit cheaper. So there we go, that is the First Order Snowspeeder from Star Wars The Force Awakens. As I mentioned, I'll be back to give you a look at some more vehicles in future reviews, so make sure you stay tuned for those. And until next time, as always, thank you for watching, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.